man, I was gonna lose my shit at the real estate. Man, I got my mail the other day. I went to my the mailbox, and there was a fucking. I've got like a no junk mail. What a sick cunt.
That guy.
I've got a no junk mail sticker thing on my mailbox. It's one of I think 48 units or whatever, 50 units. I think there's maybe five to 10 of us. No junk mail. And there was a real estate thing, and the fucking real estate brochure said something like, he's an expert at this, or he's the best at this. Like, can't be that fucking good. He can't read a sign that says no junk mail. And he fucking dumps it in. I'm planning on fucking sending a photo of me, like, ripping it up or something and sending it back to him. So here's how smart you are, cunt.
Been looking up some real estate lately.
Where? Which areas?
Country. Just some land and stuff.
What's country? Tufton?
No. We're talking like Churchill, Colac.
Where's Churchill? I know where Colac is.
Yeah, I'm more Colac. Like I want
Colac's towards Geelong, right?
Past, yeah. It's like you got like Lawn here, Geelong here, and Colac's like.
Yeah,
I know.
so, yeah.
Kyden is cheap.
Yeah, dude, land. I can get myself like an acre for like 50 grand.
No.
Yeah.
Could have set up Bobby's drift track.
Man,
That's
dude,
what the whole thing is.
The whole thing's just so I can drift in the
Bobby's
Stato.
drift. Bobby's drift and go. We see tickets. Bring whatever you want.
Business.
No rules.
Dude,
Telling you,
someone
man.
needs to make one of those.
telling you, dude, I'm doing it. I'm really looking.
St. Nick's Drift Park.
Look at my saved. Just land. Land for sale and stuff.
Are there? Hang on, man. Other than Calder, Calder's not a drift track. Like, you can't go drifting on Calder. There's Winton. There's Winton where you can do drifting. Is there anywhere else you can just go
There's
to drift?
Heathmont.
Heathmont. That's it. Yeah.
Where's that?
It's pretty far.
It's not close.
Because, me
you
and the
passed
boys-
it on the way to Shepparton.
It might have been there. Me and the boys went to a demolition derby day.
Could be there.
That'd be the best.
It was fucking so cool, man. It was just this giant
Is
mud
it
pit.
rednecks?
Rednecks just banging into each other. It was so cool.
Have you ever gone to the muster?
Nah.
Like the
no,
Deni
wait.
muster?
Is that where the Utes all go and shit?
The Deniliquin muster. Have you ever gone to it?
I haven't gone to that, but there's a new Aussie movie coming out all about that.
Heathcote. Yeah, I've been to that track. Dude, the Deni muster.
They listen to country music and
They're
back in their youth
legit,
and drink rum. and-
legit hillbillies.
Let's
man.
go, man.
You've got to go you got to wear like boots, a flanny.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hat.
You have to look the part.
You can't just rock up. They don't take the city slickers, as they say it.
You got to be a real cowboy.
Yeah, man. I told you, that guy that used to pretend he was a cowboy that I worked with, he used to go to it all the time. He used to do that shit. He was from Endeavour Hills.
And they all love country music, and that's one thing I can't get my head around. Country music.
Country music.
Like, it's such a huge industry, like massive.
Oh, man.
Like massive, and I
one
can't
style
figure
of
out
music
why.
that I can't produce. Like, man, I can make R&B, I can make hip-hop, I can make trance, metal. One thing I can't get my head around is country music.
I'm the same. What annoys me about it, all the songs sound the same, and they all have the same lyrics. Like,
No, look, you can't say that because then it's like, hip-hop's all the same. Yeah, because it's all about glorifying violence or whatever.
all right, well, all the main dudes that I've heard, it's always like, I got my tight jeans on,
There you go.
wrong.
You're
I
right.
used to say-
Denny Ute Masters coming September 30th to October the 1st, right? In Deniliquin. Who comes up? Keith Urban.
Yeah.
I used to sing, man,
Let's look at the lineup.
At work, man, at that old job, I used to sing this one country song. I made it up. It was just doing 65 on a 109. I'm a long way from home.
Perfect.
My girl ran off with my pickup truck. I don't know where she's gone.
You want to sit on my porch with a bottle of rum?
2 grandkids in my lap. They say that I've lost my mind. I'm fucked up on Jack. Dude, I've been driving a forklift, just doing laps around the warehouse, and you just hear doing 9 to 5 on a...
I'm just sitting here shooting cans off my fence. It's always the same shit. I hate
It's the best, man. Oh, Billy Joe and his fucking, dog with 2 legs. Dude, it's actually the most lucrative music-minded industry, man. Like, you will make so much money. Holy shit, man. That guy is an icon. Dude,
Yes.
I want to be that guy,
I'm saving that.
Statsman just brought up a picture of one of the locals at the...
the Deni muster. Dude,
In my pickup truck.
I'm telling you, in a past life, I would have been down in Alabama, Georgia, somewhere, just sitting like in a rocking chair on a with the fucking
That'd
just
be
the,
you.
On a porch.
yeah, on
Yeah.
a porch with the bottle with like just XXX written on the
Moonshine,
fucking
moonshine.
still, dog named Blue. You know, I want that life, man.
Got some hip.
Damn,
Hillbilly's got
probably his
some hip.
cousin, man.
Yeah.
It's his sister.
People go crazy for that music. I just can't
They
get into
fucking
it,
love
man.
it, dude.
I cannot get into it.
Where was what's the Nashville? Everyone's from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep.
Everyone. Yeah, born and raised in Nashville. No, dude, it's the South. It's something about the South of like the United States.
Dirty South, man.
I've got a deep fascination with the South, man. I love it.
I want to go there and eat some chicken.
like the soul, like all the
Straight up.
No, because the soul food and the music.
It's
Yeah, man.
depending where you are, man. But I don't know. It's sort of like America's really polarized, like really segregated, and you really see it when you go from state to state to state. Like, dude, you compare LA to New York, fucking
And
black
it's just-
and white,
yeah,
right?
it's miles apart. Like
But then you go to Vegas, and that's just like a weird city in the middle of nowhere. Man, you go for just going to Texas or something, because that's Nevada.
Yeah.
Going to Texas,
and
it's just
totally different again.
Yeah.
It's
Did you ever watch that series True Detective with McConaughey and Woody
Nah.
Harrelson?
Never.
And it's set in Louisiana. Like,
Nah.
really fucking cool, man. You would,
Yeah?
like, highly recommended. But yeah,
I
it
don't
sort
know.
of shows a glimpse of that life. Like,
When you see the South, it's just like, what the fuck's going on here, man? Like, it's weird. Because you got like massive hip hop culture there now, like Dallas, man. Texas is massive for hip hop, like huge, you know. Atlanta's always big for hip hop. Ludacris is from Atlanta, you know. And then you got like the urban cowboys, like that sort of shit. You got all the oil money, like everyone's got oil money, and then there's farms, ranches, like.
yep.
Man, I'd love to own a ranch.
Yeah, I'd
That'd be
love to
cool
go
as,
see
man.
that shit, man.
Like Wooden Ranch.
You know, we go down to like Alabama, Kentucky, Mississippi, Tennessee.
Yeah, all that shit. I'd fucking love to go see it, man.
oh, you know,
Always like that, man. It's weird.
deep south.
It's all that middle, like, I don't know, it's hard to imagine, like, you look at the map and try to imagine who comes from where, man. It's like Australia, like, you know what? I think, because we don't go to Queensland often, like, we don't have any exposure to Queensland. We actually don't. Like, you know, like, we always talk about how ignorant, like, say, Americans are because they're so segregated, they've got no idea about anything, even in their own country. Dude, I don't know shit about Queensland.
Well, I had a mate of mine that came down this year.
Yeah.
The one I worked with overseas.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's a Queenslander through and through. All right. And I met up with him, and we're just polar opposites, man. As
Yeah,
in,
like-
the way we talk,
Yeah.
everything. Like we would see something cool and be like, "Oh, that's awesome, that's mad," you know. And he'd be like, "Oh, true, eh?"
Yeah.
Like just like almost like a Kiwi.
Yeah.
It was really weird, and it just spun me out, man.
Like, I used to run into, man, like, I remember one of my first, like, what the fuck moments was when I was in Vietnam, right? We're doing, like, the
back in
tours.
Nam?
Yeah, back in Nam. Right? Doing my tour of Nam back in 08, man. Back in some stuff, man. It'll change your mind. Right? Dude, I remember we're going to the Coochie Tunnels, yeah, and we stopped at this, it was like a factory thing, and they had all these people that had like disabilities because of like landmines and stuff that they'd stepped on, right? So they lost an arm, lost a leg, whatever. And they were building pottery and like ceramic stuff and selling it for tourists and shit like that. So, and they had like basically it was like a tourist hotspot. So all the vans that were doing tours from Saigon, like Ho Chi Minh City, they would stop there on the way to Coochie.
make some cash.
Yeah, pretty much. It's sting you for like a porcelain fucking, vase.
$8.
Yeah, $8. I was going to say $8. $8. What do you mean?
Come on, I made it with one hand. Come on.
That's it. And I remember like,
I made this vase with my feet.
we stopped, like, got a bottle of water, just sitting there having a smoke. And there were a couple, like, talking to the tourists that are there, and there's always like an American, and there's always blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And there was one Aussie girl. And like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, man, you're in Vietnam. It's not like Thailand where, like, everyone's a Collingwood supporter. This is Vietnam. Vietnam nearly 10 years ago. And there was another Aussie girl, like, on her own. And like, so we started talking to her. I'm like, hey, how are you? And me, the idiot, like, thinking, yeah, she's Aussie, like, she's from Melbourne, like, she's probably from around the corner, like, from where I grew up.
Yeah.
So where you from? She's like, oh, said name some town. Like, where the fuck's that? She was
Bungaree.
like, she said WA. She was from somewhere, like, oh, it's about like an hour or two from Freo or something. I'm like, oh. And then that was it. Like, the conversation more or less ended 2 words later. And I'm like, well, that was fucking weird. Like, I thought it was almost real. Like, hang on, dickhead. She doesn't know who the fuck you are. No one cares. Like,
yeah.
yeah, she's an Australian, but that's where the similarity ends, motherfucker. Like, she's not going to say, "Oh yeah, I know Jim. Like, you know George? Yeah, I know George." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, in the same thing, like, I grew up going up to Noosa and stuff as a kid, like, on holidays with my family, but, man, I haven't spent any time up north, as an adult. Sydney, like, I know Sydney pretty well because I've worked up there and I've gone every year. Like, I usually make one trip to Sydney every year.
Not a fan.
I think this is the first year in the last 5 that I haven't gone to Sydney. You know, like, I was there last year, I was the year before, the year before
you're
that, I
always
was there the year before that. 13, you and I went. 14, I went to watch the footy. 15,
I do like the Sydney City.
CBD.
Just the circular key and that. Like,
It's got its moments.
It's moments. It's got its moments.
You know what turned me off Sydney? When we were there, we went into a pub. And we're like, "Oh, can you put the footy on?" Right?
It's on.
It's on. It was rugby. And
NRL.
you're like, "Nah," you're like, "The AFL."
this ain't footy.
And he's like, "Nah, mate, not here."
That's
and
not
it's like,
footy.
really? It's CBD Sydney. It's not like here in Melbourne, you'll have the rugby on, you'll have soccer on, you'll have the AFL
every
on,
form of
you'll
rugby.
have cricket, you'll have anything. There, it's, nah.
NRL.
What pissed me off was
attitude.
I said, "Can you get the footy on?" He's like, he just looked at the screens and they had like Super League, like NRL,
Yeah.
like they had all that shit going. I go, "Nah," I go, get the AFL going. But it's not footy. And I cracked it because as we were walking out, I go, "Australian Football
Yeah.
League." Nah, it's not footy.
Yeah.
It's only the national fucking sport. You know what I mean?
Football.
The one where you kick the ball with your
the ball.
foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australian Football League. That's not footy. Go fuck
Rugby
yourself.
should be called passball.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever go to Sega World at Sydney?
Sega World.
Yeah,
What's that?
on Circular Quay there used to be Sega World, and it was like a giant like.
Are you joking?
No,
You lived a really good childhood.
Fuck.
Sega World. It was
Nah,
like
man,
indoor
seriously?
roller coasters, all the video games.
Nah, man.
Me and my little brother went there. You get Sega cards with like a big Sonic on there and shit. It was the coolest fucking thing ever.
When did
dude.
you go?
When I was younger, when we went to Sydney on a holiday. Sega World.
Can I ask you, how did you get to Sydney when you went? Fly?
Yeah.
So you don't know. Dude, every
Permanently
trip
closed.
was get thrown in the
Yeah, it was
car,
shut down.
get thrown in the car and sit in the car for 12 hours, man. That's every road trip.
No, we did do a lot. We did do road trips as well. Yeah.
Shit. Every road trip, man. Shut up.
I'll tell you what, though, it opened in 97, closed in 2000. But
3 years.
It got demolished in 2008.
It was so cool.
3 years it lasted.
7 rides, a roller coaster. What the hell?
You just walk in, there's this roller coaster going around, all these
I never heard of
rides.
this.
I've never heard of this place in my life.
Because when we knew we were going to Sydney, me and my brother were just like, "Oh my god, Sega World, like we have to go," and that was like the main
I
thing.
never heard of this.
It was the coolest thing, man. Oh,
Dude, that is the coolest shit ever.
it was. I don't know why it closed down, but it was right on Circular
Maybe
Quay.
because
Like, little
Sega
boat-
went bust.
Dude, like full Sega World.
Sega went bust. Why did they shut?
Yeah,
Why?
that'd be why.
It's just the company went up the ass. Why? Sonic's at the bus stop, just having a smoke. Mario just runs past.
Slaps him.
There's a story on it. Sydney's long-lost amusement parks.
Yeah, I wish it was still there. I'd be going every year.
Dude, that is wicked. That's actually pretty cool.
Pilgrimage to Sega World.
Oh, man. That's
I've been thinking of I want to get.
And I used to love going on the monorail in Sydney. It was just
Nah, the
cool,
monorail was shit, man. It's
Monorail?
so
The monorail.
I saw monorails to
Monorail.
Acton, Ravenbrook.
Monorail?
Yeah, man.
Monorail.
Dude, I've been thinking of. I want to get another tat, done.
Monorail.
Yeah, monorail. Picture of the guy, Landley. I've been thinking of tats again, and I've got all these designs I've had on the back burner for ages.
I want to get indie. I want to get an indie tattoo.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be relevant. But I've been thinking about I don't want to get most of the tats that I've got are all words or phrases, a couple images. I've been thinking of something to do with pop culture that needs to be done. And I've been looking at I thought about getting a Carlton tat. Yeah, me and this guy were going to do it for his bucks. Yeah, that fell through.
Get it on the inner bicep, like the true Aussie bloke
On the
would.
calf, man. On the calf with a VB logo.
And have a 995 Premiership Cup on it.
It's just 95, reliving it.
With that old blue mascot.
It just looks like Justin Madden with the blonde hair they used to do, all fucking pumped
I'd get a
up.
Peter Dean tattoo.
Dean.
Or Earl Spalding.
Yeah, man. I'd get Greg Williams, man. Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah, just Diesel. I've been thinking about video game because I thought about your tat. Have you seen his tat? Show me your tat. He hasn't actually seen it. I'm just getting you to take your clothes off right now, but yeah.
Zip.
That's sick.
Yeah, man.
When did you get that?
Right, I got it in Thailand.
You're a funny kid.
I love how he's got one in the same position as like mine. You can't even see mine because it's just got
Ryu.
Because I
That's
shaved
sick.
my chest,
Look at that.
which I've
Yeah.
been trying to get you to do for the longest time.
Dude, that's like that is actually really cool.
That's
like,
cool, yeah.
And I just thought about it. Okay, that's pretty cool, man. Because like all that shit, like we grew up with. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about it. Like, I was there, and the boy's like, "Hey, John, get a tattoo." I'm like, "Yeah, all right." 'Cause I'm blind drunk.
That's what you do in Thailand, man.
And I sat in this little booth, like a glass booth, and it had all these people around watching me. Like, a crowd just gathered because I was in there, like, drunk.
That's how they make money, man.
Yeah.
I was in there drunk, and there's just people
You were that.
crowded
You
around.
were that drunk Westerner.
Yeah, I was the drunk Westerner.
I wanted to get the full redneck Metallica sign.
Are you
The proper,
serious?
the M with the...
No, not the actual name, the actual
the
star and stuff.
Star, yeah.
Where are you gonna put it?
Fuck.
That was really quick.
What?
Get it actually on your knob, like, on that soft part. And
What is wrong with you, man? Why?
then when the foreskin comes back, it's just a Metallica
Can
symbol.
you please?
All right,
please.
No, where are we going to get it?
I don't know, but I've always wanted it.
Center of the chest.
Your missus won't let you get that, though, will she? No.
Please.
Sure, no.
She won't know. He's just constantly wearing shorts around the house. Like, has a shower, he's wearing shorts. What the fuck are you doing? You know?
That'd be pretty sick, something like that. But that's just because it means a lot to me.
That's what I was
Metallica,
like. I was trying to think of because like all my shit is more or less to do with like family or like heritage and shit like that. I was trying to think of what can I get that's completely unaffiliated with anything like that, but just pure like something that I've idolized.
That-
monorail. Well, picture Leonard Nimoy.
That is the best tattoo. Or a painting at the house.
That's
is
a
cool
mad
ad.
picture. Yeah, that's a cool picture.
Remember that as a print it out and put it in your house?
Done.
This is when we went to the monorail.
You're getting it for Christmas.
You're a malaka.
Monorail.
No, I was just trying to think. And I started going through like video, because I thought of you and your one. I started going through video game characters and then...
I was going to get like a full, like, maybe not a sleeve, but like a whole like video game montage of like different characters and shit. Me
That'd be pretty
and my
cool.
older sister like sort of sketched something out. It was an idea. I never went through with it, but yeah, that'd be cool.
That's just trying to think, like, who would stand out? Because, like, yeah, there are superheroes that I liked, you know, in comic books and stuff, but nothing that I would get as a tat, like, because it didn't mean that much to
Dragon
me.
Ball, I'd probably get a Dragon Ball tattoo.
See, I never watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I was crazy.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball
But
fan.
there's
Yeah.
heaps of shit like that. Like, what could I get that actually, like, means a lot? Like,
My face.
Dude, you know what? You know what?
My face.
You know, it'd be sick for him.
My face.
oh,
on
you're getting a daughter, I'm getting yours. Like,
Yeah.
Done.
It'd be a music thing related. Artists.
Artists, you reckon?
But people that you would like,
A mock-up of, like...
yeah.
As in, like, a collage of, like,
Yeah.
all the artists that have influenced
And just some
me.
instruments and
Well,
just
you
like
know
a
what,
cool,
mate?
like, you know.
For years, like, this guy probably knows, originally what I wanted to get on my chest was, like, a sheet of music with the treble clef and the lines, and then the note D, like, somewhere, starting, like, the scripture off, and then you'd fill it in with, like, icons and shit as you went. Got rid of that idea pretty quick, like, once I got this one done.
We'll have to do a Bobby Pamper Day chest wax session before you get that done. Because I want to see that tattoo in all its glory.
I've got a photo of it. I can show you that.
Yeah.
Because obviously I had to do it when I got it done. But,
But if we get that plastered across your chest, it needs to be smooth.
fuck,
Can't be covered. Can't be
Why?
covered.
Why?
Have to do it.
No. No.
We'll make a day of it. We'll get
We won't be making a day of anything.
We'll get some wax
man.
strips. We'll get
No
some wax,
point. We'll go back in 4 hours.
Exactly, man.
wax strips, bag of tubes.
Tubes?
Couple of-
Can you just see him with all his little utensils?
And there's smoke hanging out of the mouth.
Smoke, tubes on the fingers, and he's like sitting there just carving up my chest.
How filthy me.
What are you doing?
No, we'll get the clippers. We'll shave it. We'll get,
Actually, dude,
we'll
tubes
get
are
it down
back off the
short.
market, man. They're
Yeah, I
not
know.
making them anymore.
I know.
I was one of the originals that petitioned to bring them back, man, and they fucking got rid of them again.
I got so excited when they came back. Bought a packet,
Man,
and then they
I
went again.
barred up immediately. I was driving around at every milk bar in the area.
Delicious.
Do you check your milk bar around your area?
Yeah, I did.
Because that guy, if he doesn't have them, then no one's got them.
No,
Do you-
no, no.
Hey, you know where you can get them?
No.
Okay.
Here we go.
They're not official tubes.
Ah,
no.
No,
you can't.
wait. They taste pretty similar. And it's the best we can get. Caribbean Market, you go down there.
Yeah, true. Actually,
They've
in
got
the clear packets.
The clear packets,
Yeah,
generic.
oh, yeah,
with, like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
generic little barcode with the
The nut
ingredients
guy
and shit.
sells them.
The
I got
nut
you
guy
beat.
sells
I
them.
got you
Yeah.
beat. You do not need to go to Caribbean Gardens to get that. You can go to Wavo's. Go to the American store there.
Oh, really?
Yep, or Dandy Market. They've got them there as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I know I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The nut guy.
Yeah.
Bad. Where are we going to get the Metallica one? Where are you going to put it?
Don't know yet. I was thinking about the back of my neck.
Just at the base?
Yeah.
Oh, so when you wear a shirt, you can see like one of the spikes coming up almost
Probably,
just
yeah.
at the back. Yeah.
I know it's redneckish, but I like it.
Yeah, that's a good
Get it
spot.
behind your ear. Get it behind your ear. Yeah.
Or, you know how everyone bagged out Saint Anger? Right? The album? I didn't care, man. I like
that song, Saint Anger. That was a good song.
I'll show you. I actually always wanted this tat.
Do you know what I was thinking? See, it's another patriotic bullshit thing. It was the Iced Earth Alive in Athens logo.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, dude.
That is sick, yeah.
I'll show you. This was pretty unity, man.
Is that metal band?
Yeah, Iced Earth are an American metal band, man, but they play... It's like a mix between Metallica, Slayer, and Iron Maiden. Mm-hmm. So, like, really European-driven metal. Like,
yeah, okay.
But, like, heavy. You know, Iced Earth...
Iced Earth is wicked.
Yeah, they're hard. When they came here a couple of years ago, they're fucking terrible, but that's another story.
But them as, like, 3 years...
I was going to get this as a tat. Alright? Check it out.
That actually looks pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it'd be sick as a tat. Yeah.
Cool.
But then I thought, you know what? It's pretty similar to my back tat, and then it's another patriotic fucking Greek nod to Greece. I've already got that twice,
that.
you know. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
The Restricted Angel.
Then I was thinking
Is that
about
Saint Anger or something, right?
That's Saint Anger, but he's restricted, like, ready to burst, man. Like, he's ready to, like, lose it.
Do you remember the cover to In Flames' not last album, but the second last one? Sounds of Playground
with
the Crow.
Yeah, with the crow, yeah.
That crow. I was going to get that crow because that's like pretty nuts.
That right there, it's a sick,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
wicked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was thinking about? Getting a Duke tat.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah, man. Let's rock. Let's rock. Like, dude, Duke Nukem tat. That would kill it. That would absolutely kill it.
Like, what would it be? Just his face or something, or his whole body?
Probably. Which one I wanted?
You could just get his whole body down your arm. That'd be cool.
This full sleeve of Duke.
Yeah, why not?
How do you explain that to your kid? What's this? That's Duke Nukem. What did he do? Kicked ass, chewed bubblegum,
Killed pigs.
killed pigs and aliens.
Killed piggers. I used to call them piggers. Piggers.
Hang on, Duke, it was the last one.
Go back even further. I get a Wolfenstein tat.
Oh, man, that's actually a good one. That is a good one.
That'd be sick.
It'd be this. I had this as my wallpaper on my phone for ages. It's actually the wallpaper on my computer at home. Hang on. Here. You've seen this. For sure you've seen this. What? I keep trying
Spin that phone around and I'll tell you.
No. I keep trying to... won't let me,
Been around like a young James Brown.
Oh, actually, holding your Samsung phone up, I've got a bone to pick with Samsung. The exploding Samsung.
Didn't it blow someone's car up the other week?
You know that one, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
the two schoolgirls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
schoolgirls. What's your bone to pick? Here we go. Let's hear it.
Well, my iPhone doesn't explode in my ear when I'm trying to talk on it, does it?
Yeah, actually it does. There are plenty of exploding iPhones. There are plenty of exploding smartphones. Just no one fucking reports it because it's not a big phenomenon. They're just recalling the models. You want to talk about bones to pick? How about useless fucking upgrades between phones? iPhone are the worst for it.
Oh, speaking of iPhones, the new iPhone
Have you
7 looks sick.
Oh yeah, it's sick. They removed the head jack.
The camera on it looks like wow.
Fuck the camera. They removed the fucking
Yeah, the 3.5.
Yeah, the jack for the earplugs.
Yeah, when I heard that, I have to admit that was one thing I was like, okay, you guys are going a bit
And
too
you know how
far
much they're
now.
going to slug you for the
That's 3.5, bitch. That's been around since fucking ever.
Can I just say something with the iPhone 7? You know how you can still use the phone jack. They give you an extension for it. You plug it into
You plug it into the USB.
right? But you know how much those air things are going to cost you?
Yeah, the headphones.
They're like $160
more than that.
bucks.
More than that. They
Well,
give you a set with the
Yeah.
thing, but I'm not going to lose these two. You know what they look like? I saw a meme go around. They
look
look
like tampons.
They look like the heads off electric toothbrushes.
Yeah.
The guy on Instagram's like, yeah, got the new iPhone heads, and he's got the toothbrushes in his ears. Looks exactly the same, man. Exactly the same.
When I first heard about those Bluetooth speakers, I was just like, you've been able to get those for ages.
No, you can buy Bluetooth earplugs, yeah,
Yeah.
but they're making it compulsory to have to buy them for this phone now.
Unless
Dude,
you get the head jack.
Headphones in that 3.5 jack have existed for. It's not
Forever.
like it's a fading technology where like DVDs are obsolete or whatever. This is headphones, man. The most universal thing on the planet. They're universal, man. It's like toothpicks. You can't just change toothpicks.
We're getting an iPhone. I'm getting an iPhone 7 because through the business. Like we're just upgrading our phones.
Yeah.
So and that's through Telstra Business. That's the only reason why we're getting it. Like, 'cause I don't know, different. To me, a phone's a phone. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
right?
much of a phone
Dude,
person.
That's like when they changed the charger point, years ago.
Everyone
like
lost
2
their
years,
minds.
2, 3 years, and they're like, why change the port? Just because, make you buy a whole nother fucking
Yeah.
range of shit. It's like, we're not actually changing the technology. The technology is exactly the same.
But you're going to need this phone port.
Yeah, we're going to fuck you
charger
guys
port.
just to spend a bit more money.
Yeah.
And that's where Bennett changed his mind. He went from Apple, this is a staunch guy at work we keep telling you about from Franger. Because he's like, he was asking me about my Samsung. This is about 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, why? Because, I'll be honest, I've never had a problem with Apple until they changed, on the new models, they've changed the charger point. And they'll go fuck yourself. There's no need to change it. This is purely just to make money. Go fuck yourself. I'm switching to Samsung. And since he did, guys, I've never looked back. I love Samsung. That's exactly the same thing. Why remove a headphone port, man? For what? I was reading about it this morning.
So good. Like, it's
I was reading about it. I think that to increase the space, to increase the
that's
camera.
bullshit.
Get fucked.
Does that little hole there make a big fucking difference? Because you know what they've done? They've just covered it.
Yeah.
All you have is that now.
Yeah. It was
Why
something
not
to
just
do
leave
with,
it there?
like, increasing the room internally to increase the camera thing. It's like, look,
I thought
man.
Apple were geniuses. I thought they could do it without
The
removing
phone's
the
a
fucking...
phone, right? If I want to buy a DSLR, like a digital camera, like a fucking, proper spec camera, I'll buy a camera. And that's what the reviewer was saying, the review that I was reading anyway. Because they're releasing the iPhone 7 and this iPhone 7 Plus.
Yeah.
And the Plus is going to have a better camera than the 7.
Yeah. So what?
Just like the 6 and the 6 Plus,
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
thing.
what the fuck? Like, are you serious? What's the point?
I'm going to go buy a Nokia.
That's it. Like, dude, what's the fucking point, man?
Yeah.
And they're saying how, like, if you want to buy a good camera, buy the Plus, and buy the Plus if you want to buy a good camera that happens to come with an iPhone. You know what I mean? That's the Plus.
But it makes no difference. Even the 6 now that I have, the camera's fine. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
not much of a photographer, you know.
Dude, do you know how much space those photos take up? A full pixelized, the full HD version of like a photo is like 12 meg, 15 meg, I don't know. Remember when games used to be 15 meg?
Yeah.
Like you download a 15 meg game, it's like, fuck man, that's a lot
huge.
of space.
Yeah.
Now one photo.
Yeah.
And when do you print off the photos in your phone, man?
Unless you go to Kmart.
How often, honestly, can I ask you guys a question? How often have you guys printed out photos?
I've done twice.
Really?
We did it a bunch when India was little, just to get some, to
Yeah,
have, like,
Because
physically.
you can go to like,
But it's pretty
Kmart,
rare
the
that-
booths and stuff. Yeah, you can Bluetooth it and stuff to the thing.
Man.
But I think they've got, like, it's got a whole bunch of new technology where
Actually, I need to print out a photo today.
Yeah.
the camera's going to be cool, though, because, like, in low light, like, it does everything, like, automatically. So
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
really, really good pictures in low light and
Other
shit.
than that,
like,
right?
it's got this full, like, brain behind
That's
it.
great.
Yeah.
But to remove a headphone jack to completely fuck over.
I'll agree, dude. I got annoyed when I heard that.
It's
I was
the
like, why?
dumbest thing. And people are like, oh, they'll adapt. It's new technology. It's not new technology. It's dated technology, and it's stupid technology. Imagine all the kids losing these fucking... Imagine all the kids busting their parents' balls to buy this new phone for them, and then they lose their headphones in the first fucking week.
Of
course you will.
Yeah, you'd lose it.
And then they're like, oh, there are third-party things that you can connect these two things together. Then you might as well just have normal fucking headphones. You know?
But there's things you can buy on eBay to make your normal headphones become wireless.
I know.
Like a little receiver. Like, it's
I
not
know.
a new thing.
It's not a new thing, but they're just doing it to piss everyone off.
Yeah.
Dude, if Android ever went to that shit, to wireless things, I'd be like, nah,
Nokia.
done. Forget it. I'm out. I would
flip phone.
I would look for another Android. If Samsung did it,
Yeah.
I would look for another Android-based phone. Just like fuck that, man. I'm not supporting that shit.
But I actually need to go to Kmart today and print out a photo.
That's the thing. Around birthdays,
You do?
like
Let's fix that.
what's that?
So when I went to Greece, right,
Yeah.
I was staying with my auntie, my grandma's sister, and we're going through old photos and stuff, just reminiscing and stuff like that. And she found a photo, right, of my grandmother when she was like 10, with all her siblings in the village. How sick is that?
That is
And
so
my grandma
cute, man.
doesn't have it, so I'm going to print it out for her today and put it in a frame for her.
Yeah, man. I've seen heaps of these types of photos.
Yeah. It's nuts, man. Like,
Yeah.
back in the village.
Yeah, it's the village.
Back in the back ends of Greece.
That's a cool photo.
Yeah, her and her siblings.
Speaking of these old photos, I was talking to my girlfriend about it the other day. Like, I found all these old photos of my mum's dad,
Okay.
and he was dressed up in women's clothes.
That's mad.
Like, sitting there, like, full serious face, like, black and white, old spec like that photo, but just with this long gown on, like a full flowing dress and shit.
So we're talking back in the 60s.
And there was a few
and
guys. There was a few guys, right? Like, sitting there in dresses and shit. And I said to Mum, I'm like, what the hell is this? She's like, that was normal. She goes, all the guys used to dress up as girls, like, just as a thing. Like, it was something they did as, like, a joke. Like,
Johnny, are you sure you're not part of some cult? Like, seriously?
No, but,
Because that would tick off a lot of boxes and make a lot of sense.
I'd accept
that
you
would
more.
cross a lot of T's and dot a lot of I's for me right now, man.
But back in the 50s and 60s and
No,
stuff like that.
no, hang on, man. Old spec photos like that are from even earlier.
Nah, that was back in the 40s.
That's
50s.
40s. That's 30s, 40s.
yeah, but it looks similar to that.
Yeah,
that kind of
that kind of photo.
That kind of photo.
That would have to be, like, yeah, it'd have to be 20s to 30s.
But
If it's your grandfather,
my grandfather.
and you said your mum is in her 60s or whatever,
Yep.
So your grandfather would be...
let's just assume there's like a 20, 25-year gap between...
Yep.
So that would make your grandfather, say, 90 plus?
Yep.
Meaning, for him to be in his 20s to 30s, he would have had to been born at the turn of the century. So it would have to be 30s. That photo would have had been in the late 20s, early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look
Where's
this
that?
up.
Here? Australia?
In Australia. And they're all sitting there, just like these masculine men. Like, my mum's dad is kind of like a real, like...
Blokey bloke.
Blokey bloke, like, big arms and shit.
So that's where you got your genes
That's where I got my arms from. all sitting there.
Farina-sized biceps.
All sitting there, just dead serious, all wearing just full, like you know the old style gowns, like they come down to your ankles and they got all the frilly shit on them and stuff. Mum was just like, yeah, that was normal. They used to do it all the time.
Do you know where they live? Like, whereabouts was he from? Like,
Bentley.
Oh, so he's actually from Bentley. Like,
Yeah.
he was Bentley 1923 or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I've looked your fact up.
Because, yeah, Mum was telling me, she remembers, like, back in Tucker Road, where we were, like, like, yeah.
It'd be
just-
like a joke thing, like a let's all dress up for a laugh. And
Yeah.
back then, there wasn't much entertainment. So they might have done it for a laugh.
I think that's what it was. It was just something that they did.
Like
but it was just really bizarre, like the full get up, like hat and everything. Like that,
Maybe we should look up Colts Bentley 1920.
John, I want to...
It's just yeah, the land of the lost.
She was telling me they had one of the first like TVs in the strip, and all the kids used to come over and shit. And all
No
that
shit.
stuff. Yeah.
When did TV first hit like Melbourne? I've got that's a fact I've got no idea about.
I don't know, but probably around that time because yeah, they had one of the first ones. She was telling me.
Nothing's come up for Bentley Colts.
He's actually Bentley Colts.
Bentley
They
men
got
who
Colts in Melbourne. The Fellowship. the family.
The Fellowship. Is this a picture of his old man?
Look at images.
Yeah, he looks a bit of a... He looks like him. No,
Do you recognise anyone in...
hang on, man. TV in Melbourne, yeah? Like, television in Melbourne, history...
Speaking of old television, I was watching old episodes of Gumby the other day with my little girl.
Gumby.
That's a sick show.
Shit.
Gumby's awesome.
She loved it. Like little Pokey the horse and shit.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Gumby's awesome.
Television in Australia began experimentally as early as 1929. Yeah. Mainstream television was launched in Sydney. I
can't remember if she said it was like... I can't remember if she said it was one of the first TVs or the first colour. But it's probably one of the first.
Well, since 29, man.
Yeah.
There's a couple things, like 1885 origins. The first television broadcast in Australia took place on 30th September 1929 at the Menzies Hotel in Melbourne. Yeah.
Fuck.
And then they started testing through, like, over the next couple of years.
Yep.
No shit. So, yeah, they would have had, like... That means they would have been pretty well off, like, to have a TV.
Yeah, apparently they were kind of not too bad off, but...
Maybe that dress thing is the only, like, what well-off people did.
Maybe.
No,
It could have been a high
a
society,
high society
kind
sort of thing.
Yeah, like I'm not...
Blue blood.
Because the photos did look sort of like high society, like the way they're set up. Like,
Yeah.
It was just really bizarre, man. Like, I was tripping
Blue
out.
blood over here, man.
Dude, you gotta get some more photos, man. You gotta show us some of this shit, man.
I'm going to dig
Yeah,
them up.
actually, I want to see these. You know what's weird?
I'll
Because
find them.
I want to dig
All
up some
the old photos-
Yeah, I love looking at old photos.
all the old photos that I would have ever seen
Yeah.
are all the same spec as his, man.
Yeah, it's all village photos.
Village photos.
And you know, it's always someone's birthday with like a lamb on a spit.
Yeah.
Or just something, a barbecue.
Yeah, dude.
The whole villagers get together, the kids.
Blankets and,
Yeah.
like...
None of that shit, man. I want to see that shit.
Yeah.
I'll dig them out and I'll bring them in. It's really bizarre. Like,
Do you want
they're
to get the
fucking
feeling?
weird.
I got the feeling of, like, if we go down, like, say, Bentley, right, like, towards those areas, and we hit, like, the Presbyterian churches or all that sort of shit, you know where they've got those nameplates on the wall
Yeah.
of, like, people from
the
the
old
past?
cast iron
Yeah,
fucking... Yeah.
I reckon his name would be all over the joint, man. Like your family name.
Jonathan Wright.
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
Get
I reckon...
involved.
Their name was Blackburn.
Is that what it was originally?
Blackburn.
Blackie.
Oh, that's my mum's side, Blackburn, yeah.
Blackburn.
Shit.
They must be prominent in the southeast. They could have been. You never know.
It's a suburb, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you could have, like, it could be, you know...
That's really
Could be
strange.
quite prominent, like back in the day.
That's really weird. Hey, look, I'll tell you, man, as a second generation Greek Australians, right? Because our parents came here.
Yeah.
Right? So they were the first generation Greek Australians. We're second. Man, as a second generation Greek
Actually,
Australian.
I was born overseas.
Yeah, you were born. You were a first
So I'm
generation.
first generation.
Ah.
Yeah, he's actually first. Yeah,
Saint Nick.
Dude, that seems really fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
like bizarre. Because like I don't know anyone with heritage like in the area
No
that
way.
far back.
No.
No,
So I'm saying, like, your family could have been quite prominent, like, back in your mum's side, like, back in the 1900s, 20s, could have been quite prominent.
actually, you know what? That brings up a funny thing, man. How far back do you know about your family? Like, as in generation wise?
Like, Ancestry.com style.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's
You
pretty
should look that up, man, because I reckon you would have quite a bit. He would have quite a bit there.
I reckon that, yeah, but that's the funny part, because I brought this up ages ago. I was talking to my mum about it, and I've spoken to a few people about it. It's wogs, right? Like, Ancestry.com. If I went to Ancestry.com, I wouldn't find shit.
Nah, man.
Nothing.
Nah.
Right? Nothing. There'd be nothing. Like, you
Not
don't
for
actually,
us.
you don't exist.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, okay, you want Ancestry.com for me? Take a look at my chest, find the name of the village, go to the village, there's my Ancestry.com, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do. Rock up to one of these birthdays and then just line up everyone you've ever been related to, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah? But like, yeah, white people need to use Ancestry.com because no one knows shit. Because someone came from like a convict ship from the Queen Victoria, 1837. What?
Pretty much.
Your Uncle Reginald was a horse thief who married a nurse.
He married a pub hooker. Reginald.
Reginald? Like, I'm not stereotyping. I'm like,
No,
like,
no,
yeah, I'm
just having a
not
laugh.
saying
You
like
can't
every.
laugh.
No, I'm not.
Nah.
But it's just like that's strange to me.
But
And
I
that-
reckon, like, get involved, man.
Yeah,
I reckon you would actually, if you looked back, we should do a free trial. They do free trials, man. You can actually have a look at some stuff. Let me look it up. What am I doing?
Yeah, let's suss it out, dude. I
reckon you'd have
want to
some cool
see. Yeah, we need to do one of those shows, like the Delta Goodrum like shows where they like dig up your past. Let's do it for him.
Oh, no.
Oh,
God.
your great grandfather was like a preacher at some fucking
I'm a son
convent.
of a preacher, man.
Yeah, they said we just start digging up the roots.
But I remember there's photos of them all standing there, like a bunch of men, all in like these elaborate gowns, and they're holding like those, like the thing you hit the ball with, like you ride the horse and you hit the ball with it.
The lacrosse, croquet, lacrosse,
Yeah, and they're like standing, like leaning on the
polo,
yeah,
polo sticks,
like leaning on the polo sticks with like big top hats and shit. It's fucking weird, man.
top hats. What the fuck?
Really bizarre.
These
Some had
bastards,
women's hats,
man.
some had top
I love it. It
hats.
says 14 days free, then it's $30 a month.
To use Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Don't you only need to use it once though? What do I need to keep going back for? Just to double check it?
Just,
You know what? I've got something better.
and you know, because no one ever uses it. They might. Hey, we got a live one. And, okay, what's he checking for? Let's add some shit in. Just start creating dead relatives.
You know what? I've just put in your last name with the history and everything, and it comes up with all this stuff, the family tree, everything. Your name comes from English, Scottish, and Northern Irish. Northern Irish.
Right.
I love how he believes that he doesn't believe. This is what he said. He's got Welsh in him. You haven't mentioned a single thing about Welshmen.
No, it's English, Scottish, and Northern Irish.
You've been lied to.
Your name. Your
See, that's
dad,
what they
on
get
your
you.
dad's side.
That's what they get you. They already did the research. Said, all right, this guy's Welsh. We're going to come up with some bullshit to get him interested.
Name for a maker.
A little bit of
Occupational name for a maker of machinery, mostly in wood.
I'm shit with wood. I'm shit with wood.
The woodman.
Dudes, I'm shit with wood. That's a lie.
You work with wood.
I'm terrible.
Of old
Decent
English,
metal, yeah, but wood,
you're
nah.
apparently a craftsman. The term is found in various combinations.
I can fix an iPhone pretty well.
Something about isolation.
I love being alone. I love being alone.
Sitting alone
Hey,
with
that's a question I wanted to ask you guys.
sitting alone with your wood.
Just whittling.
Sorry, you're right. No, it did come up as well. Wales. And the second one, England and Wales. Most of the...
Yeah, Wales, bitch.
Dude, I wouldn't need to look at that in order to figure out that his name comes from like some Anglo-Saxon, shit out in
The dragon.
Western Europe.
You should get a tattoo of a dragon.
I wanted to
A
get that
Welsh
dragon on stage.
dragon, though.
The
The
red
Welsh
dragon.
dragon, yeah.
I wanted to, but
That'd be cool, as
Dude, you want to get a tat of Conor McGregor, man?
Yeah.
He's not even Irish.
Yeah, you should have Conor McGregor fighting the Iron Dragon.
I am Northern Irish, slightly. Thank you very much, according to Saint Nick.
Thanks to some...
Wait, he's not Northern Irish.
Thanks to some sketchy internet shit.
Just the first search.
The first search. Done. You know what I mean?
That's me. Yep.
Tattoo. Conor McGregor.
Alright, so we'll cut you off. What were you going to ask? Something about being alone?
Yeah, being
Whittling?
because my ancestors were big into isolation. Nah, like for me, right? This is like a debate I have with so many people all the time. Do you guys mind being alone? Like, can you be alone with your own thoughts? Like, can you spend a night alone at your house?
Yeah, man, I love it.
Dude, I'm alone nearly every night. Man, what are you talking about?
I love it. I love it when I have a day alone where I can just sit there in peace, just think with my own thoughts. I know so many
Where
people.
are you going with this, man?
Because I know so many people that cannot be fucking alone for 2 fucking seconds, and it drives me insane.
No, like it's good. Sometimes you need that time, man.
Okay, you know
Like,
what,
people
man?
go nutty.
Dude,
I'm the opposite. I
take it
love
from me, man.
I'm
Like, I was pretty
silence.
isolated, like, growing up, right? As in isolated, I spent a lot of time alone. But, man, I got into music because I was by myself. And to work on music, you need to be alone. Like, unless you're in a creative field where there are other musos, like, say, me and this guy were having a jam session for 5 hours, right? But, man, all my music got created, I'd be by myself, 2 in the morning, just sitting there fucking in front of a computer or a keyboard or a guitar or something, and I'd be by myself.
But even like, let's say no music, just sitting there alone with your thoughts. Can you handle that all right?
What am I doing? Just staring at the wall?
Just whatever.
Or do you mean, like, literally,
Just chilling out and
like, as in just, oh yeah, not having anyone over, not working today, can I be by myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just find shit to do.
Yeah.
You occupy your time or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I just know so many people that just cannot be fucking alone.
I found your
It
Welsh
drives me
family
Sorry,
crest.
man. I'm just, I'm crossing over so many different thoughts right now. I'm picturing this guy in his pamper days
Yeah.
when he's by himself.
They are my favourite days when I'm alone.
Just lotioning it up.
Dude, I'm alone and I just, yeah, no,
And you've got
no
like
distractions.
Frankfurt on the boil. On the boil. You know,
Nah.
lotioning.
Avocado on toast, bro.
Walking around in his little slippers. Loofah
picks in a
sponge
blanket.
exfoliating. Picks in a blanket.
That's exactly what it's like.
Oh my God.
I know it's fucked up, but I mean, I'm just
No,
telling the
but
truth.
everyone needs their time just to have like, you know, just
This is okay. I could spend a month's isolation on an island and be completely fine. Like, I love being alone with my thoughts. I fucking love it.
It's because you have all the conspiracies to keep you occupied, man. That's why.
But just talking to myself in my head, like I can just do it for
See,
days
me?
on end. Like I don't get why people.
Yeah, maybe it's
fucking-
all the voices in your head that just keep going. Like,
Maybe.
see me. I could
How
be
are you?
alone, but I need music.
Just picture this guy just...
Yeah,
How are
music.
you today, Johnny? I want to talk to him first. no, it's my turn now.
Where's your fucking turn?
Everyone just shut up! I got Who are you talking to?
Another question: do you guys meditate?
Is masturbation a form of meditation?
Yes.
Because that's
That means you must meditate for a hell of a lot.
Zen. He's a monk. I'm completely at peace with the world.
Time to masturbate.
Watching the most violent porn on the planet. Guys, just fucking
It's my meditation.
Yeah, it's my time.
No, I've got into it lately. Just meditating.
Is it cool? Like,
It's
do
cool,
you find
man.
it helps you just relax and
Yeah.
like.
Just turn the mind off for a little bit, and I get all these cool visuals, like
See,
visuals in my
You
mind.
know what my meditation is?
I get like crazy lights and shit.
Nah. See, my meditation is when I'm by myself and I'm
Don't
just
laugh,
chilling,
Tim.
listening to music. That's just my time. That's when I just zone out. Not that shit, man. That's like seeing spaceships.
Guys, I'll be fucking honest, yeah. I'm coming down off so many like cold and flus right now and caffeine. Like I'm just starting to pace myself again because I've just been on edge the last 5 days. I just had an out of body experience. And I just literally saw myself standing behind that TV, watching me just crack a smile because I'm hearing you two go off about meditation and music. This is masturbation. I swear. Like, I'm getting lightheaded because I'm wearing this hoodie and I'm fucking sweating through it. It's just funny, man. I swear that's just what happened right now, man. And when I play it back later when I'm editing, I'll hear myself just...
And to answer your question, no.
No.
Not like that. Not
I've
like
looked into meditation and all that sort of shit. I've had to. I mean, dealing with asthma as a kid, like, you know, you can't fucking breathe if you're going to die, so you got to meditate out of it. Anxiety, all that shit. Meditation is really good at centering yourself and just... Because, dude, I don't use antidepressants and I don't use, like, drugs, you know, any of that shit. So meditating is a good way to, like, just bring yourself back to zero, you know. At the same time, like what he said, man, music and things like that, that was my meditation, man. Putting on tunes, losing myself in that, man. Just losing myself.
that would be the
Yeah. Or like, you know, I'd come home and just play guitar for 2 hours straight. No noise, no one else, just playing shit. You know? Do that for 2 hours. That's meditation.
Do you guys have baths?
I don't have a bathtub.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, I
that
know.
sucks for you, bad.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I bathe at least twice a week.
But, dude, you know what, man?
That's all right.
I love
You know what I
baths.
started doing?
All my bogan mates pick on me for it, but whatever.
Because
Fuck
my
them.
shower's like pretty big, good stream of water, and I had that shower head with the lights.
The one that we took back.
Yeah, that one. All right. What I would do sometimes, man, if I'm extremely beat, like everything just hurts,
Sit on the bottom.
I would actually sit, all right, and just let water like smash the back of my neck. Mm-hmm. And I had like a big candle that I've got in my bathtub, in my shower room area, whatever, that I would light as well.
There's my pamper boy coming out.
Yeah, just to let like
boy.
because it resets like your head. You know what I mean? Like into your stream. Light that candle, so it's only just that light. Focus on that if I have to focus on a light, and just let that sort of recenter myself. But that's as far as it goes with me, man.
There is a bit of pampering in this boy over here.
Not pampering, man. Look at my fucking nails. It looks like
He's
they've
got,
been
he's got the
cracked
scented
100
candle,
times.
the hot water on the neck. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
I look pampered to you, man?
Nice.
Seriously.
Nice, bro. Nice.
Do I look pampered?
My pampered brethren.
Brethren. Dude, I've got a razor blade I haven't changed since before this guy's wedding.
I've got one of those.
I tried to use it last night and nearly cut myself. I'm like, nah, forget it. That's it. Just not shave. Done. All right, this guy's got a full grooming kit.
He opens it up, the case.
That
It's got
grooming,
the cloth on it.
yeah, that grooming kit I put on Instagram is really cool. It's like a little leather pouch and it's like magnetized. You open it up, it's got all the shit in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's actually like it makes it exciting though. Like it's actually like a little routine
it's my
for
little-
yourself.
little
There's nothing
thing.
wrong with it. Like,
No, but there's nothing wrong with taking these little ceremonial sort of things just to do for yourself. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Dude, you know what? One of my favourite parts of my week is, I'll be dead set honest, I was thinking about it this morning, yeah, because I was pretty wrecked getting up. I felt like shit. This is one of my favourite parts of the week, and I'll be dead set. This is honest to God, right?
Right.
Shut up. Okay, why every time?
It was open.
the lotion.
All right, I'll give you that. It was open. I got up, just threw on some clothes, brushed my teeth, going into the studio, picking up the microphone case and the laptop bag, right? Because that laptop bag cost me a bit of money. It was what I bought it when I first bought my Vaio that I took with me to Europe.
We're talking about the old teacher leather bag over there?
Yeah, I bought that. That cost me like over 100 something bucks, yeah? And I bought that as I was leaving to go to Europe indefinitely for the first time, back in 2009. Because I'm like, you know what, fuck this. I want to travel with something decent, yeah? I bought that bag, man. And I didn't use, after my laptop died, I didn't need it anymore. Like, I rarely used it. And then I got a reason to use it after we started doing these podcasts again. Going in the studio, picking that bag up, picking that case up with the mics, and walking down the stairs to my apartment, going to my car, and putting it in, like in the driver's seat, getting in the car, putting on a pair of sunnies, firing up the engine, and driving out of my building. That is my bit of meditation for the week. I'm dead set honest. That's my meditation. Easily. Because it feels like, fuck, I'm going to work, man. Like, I'm actually doing audio.
Doing what you like. You're
doing exactly what I like.
Yeah.
That is seriously my moment of clarity in the entire 7-day period after each podcast.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Because I feel like, fuck, man, I'm actually doing what I'm meant to be doing. Doing a bit of audio again, like, for whatever reason, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
My favourite part of the week. Easily.
I like it.
Yeah, mine one just comes with music.
Yeah, it's little shit like
Like,
that,
I
man.
can sit at home, like, even if friend's not home or whatever, I can just sit there, not put a TV on, because I don't like to watch much TV, and just put on my headphones, and just read and listen to music or something, or just do something like...
Yeah.
I'm always looking up Google and stuff. I'm always researching stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, you're reading shit.
documentaries and stuff like that. I'm always trying to...
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you can be alone with your thoughts, yeah? People that can't be alone with their thoughts, they watch The Bachelor. Like, man, every week we've brought up The Bachelor, every fucking podcast, man, especially when you were gone, every week we've brought it up. Man, I find more and more shit that, like, when I see it during ad breaks, or I'm filtering through the news, like, on my phone,
Yeah.
I find more things that piss me off about it.
I was on the way here to this podcast this morning.
Did you hear it on the radio?
They had Triple M on, and
Yes.
they had
that chick on, that Jane.
they had Jane. What's her name? Jane, whatever. But she was full promoting the shit out of the thing,
Yeah.
saying how she watches it with her kids.
And
They make, a
Darcy.
big, they make a big party night. They have all the kids
Yeah.
come over. Her 10,
thinking the
11-year-old
same thing.
kids, and
Really?
Darcy's like. Don't you
Darcy's
think it's
like,
weird, like,
nah.
showing your kids this shit, like showing them idiots?
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, it's funny. It's really funny. They
Luke
love
Darcy's
it."
like, no, I'm not having it.
And I was grinding my teeth listening to this bitch fucking promote this to her kids.
Yeah.
Darcy said it straight up. He's like, "Don't you think it's showing them idiots?"
Yeah.
She's like, "No, it's a bit of fun. They love it.
no.
They come with roses. They do the whole thing."
But I'm
We do-
glad he said it. I'm glad he said it like, this is ridiculous. And he's like, that's one show I can't stomach. I can't do it.
And even Eddie said, he's like, wonder why 13-year-old boys are cracking boners and shit,
Yeah.
like with this shit on, like.
Yeah.
And
Like-
she was just defending it to the hilt, like, no, this is great, it's fucking awesome. And I was getting so fucking
I
angry.
seriously, I get pissed off at myself because when I write like a note or something that I want to bring up, you know, I always find myself finding something new that's shit about The Bachelor, and then I'm like, what the fuck? We've made a composite of everything that's so fucking bad about this show. I can't think of a single positive.
It's almost since we said it, it's like ramped up.
Yeah, yeah.
And people are just loving
They're
it more
taking
and
it to
more.
more and more levels.
Yeah.
Do you know what, like another thing that pissed me off that was so subtle? So subtle, man. And it came up last night. I was watching something before I went out to, I was watching The Simpsons or some shit. I went for a coffee with the boys, like I told you. That's when I realized I gotta get out of the house. So I put the word out, like, guys, let's go for a coffee. Dude. And they were just showing an ad for, like, The Bachelor. Like, the ad. So how long does an ad go for? 25 seconds?
Yeah.
And the final bit of the ad was the host asking Rich, or whatever his name, Richie, is that his name? The Bachelor?
I don't know.
They're like, oh, Rich, are you in love? He's like, yeah, I am, mate. Like, dude, the show's been going for like 6 weeks. You've had to filter through 20 birds. You're in love? That's how, like, you know that. Like, that's they've streamlined the process of finding your soulmate. 10 weeks, 20 women.
Pick 20 random birds.
Yeah, that's the process. Like,
This chick on the radio this morning was saying they even like put it in. The way they edit it and produce it is to put it so make you think it's going in one direction, but then it flips around and someone else wins
that's
it.
called production, man. That's
So
a
she
producer.
was like straight up saying how ridiculous it is, but then still defending it, saying no, it's great.
We have parties, like
you-
bachelorette parties and stuff
You
like that.
What's wrong with you people?
Oh.
That's not right.
That's not right.
That's a common sense, man.
No.
I swear, I hate myself that we bring it back to The Bachelor, and we've got the same whipping boys every time. Like we come back to this shit. Like we're always talking about Pauline Hanson, fucking, the government, The Bachelor, like all this crap, and like, man, I'm telling you, I've had enough, man. Like, it's, you know how many notes I was going to write down about The Bachelor? I'm like, I brought it up with you guys last time. Like, I brought it up with Arthur for 3 episodes.
I know,
Like,
it's fucked up too.
but every week, there's something else that pisses me off about
Yeah,
that show.
yeah. It's
and not
ridiculous.
just a personal grievance. Like, this is fucked.
It's a really shit show.
I was feeling really calm before, man. Like, I'm talking like 5,
on,
10,
Johnny.
5, 10
I'm
minutes
watching
ago.
you spiral out of control right now. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
5, 10 minutes ago, we were talking about music and shit, and now I'm like fucking amped up because I'm thinking,
There go your meditation.
yeah. Oh,
Nah, it's mind-numbing programming. It's just
But that's what I'm
brain
saying.
dead programming.
people that can't be alone with themselves in their thoughts, it's because they don't have any fucking thoughts. They don't question anything about their own mortality. They don't question anything about their existence. Like, people, like, I remember years ago, man, someone said to me, because I've mentioned it before how I used to write the articles and all that sort of shit. And we're talking like 10 years ago, I used to get amped up conspiracy theories, and not even conspiracy, just government shit, the way we do now. And I used to get fucking like aggravated about it. And I had a mate of mine, I still remember, because she was driving, and she dropped me off at my joint. It was like 10 o'clock at night. And she said, why do you let all this bother you? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how can you not be bothered by it? She goes, yeah, just let it go, just do what you have to do, and just get on with, like, your life. Like, don't worry so much about it. I'm like, how can you not be worried about getting rorted, through the system, or everyone else copping shit at the same, don't you give a fuck?
We're just saying what other people are thinking as well. Like,
yeah, like, how can you not let it bother you? It's like, oh, yeah, I just wouldn't let it bother me.
yeah, but once it happens, they're going to be fucking distraught, and they won't know how to get back out of it.
Yeah.
Like something bad happens.
You know what?
to them.
It's interesting, man. This person, right? I haven't spoken to in like a decade, right?
Since that conversation.
No. That wasn't the kicker. That was not the kicker. I'm actually thinking about, I was thinking about it the other day, yeah? I remember once I was at work, I was working as a cleaner, right? Industrial cleaner.
Custodian.
Yeah, custodian. All right. And I'm sitting there mopping up, and I used to have like the hands-free handset or holding my phone. And I'd always just talk to people just to pass the time while I was working. And she's called me up, and she's like, I just read a book called Conversations with God. I'm like, okay. She goes, if anything this guy has to say is legit, then we've all got it completely wrong. I said, okay, like look it up if you want. Like,
will.
yeah, Conversations with God. Okay, so what's the book about? She's like, it's just this guy, and he has these dreams or visions or whatever about, like, it's not a fictional story, as in like just
PDF.
yeah. It's a guy who has visions and conversations with God, and it just discusses the situation of life and all that sort of shit. And she goes, if this guy's like if what this guy is saying legit, then we're all fucked. Like, we need to do, like, a serious 180. And I just went, like, I was 21, 22, you know, when we were having this convo. I said, okay, so who is this guy? Well, I don't know, just some guy. I'm like, uh-huh. I go,
The guy from the book, you know?
yeah.
The guy-
I go, so what if I wrote a book called Conversations with God? Would that change your life? And she goes, well, no. I go, why not? Well, I know you. You know, you're full of shit half the time. I go, am I? I go, all right.
Have you ever started to think this guy's maybe full of
Okay,
shit
I'll take
as
that
well?
with a grain of salt, but yeah, isn't this, how do you know this guy isn't full of shit? And she went,
The penny dropped. Oh.
yeah, and just
hang on.
stopped. Then we had this whole conversation about religion, right? Like, whatever it was. And she just kept hammering this thing, like, out. And I'm just listening to her, I'm like, And I said, okay, let me ask you a question. I go, you're Greek Orthodox, right? She goes, yeah. I go, why are you Greek Orthodox? What do you mean? I go, well, why are you, I go, there's 100 denominations of Christianity, you know, Presbyterian, Catholic, Anglican, like, there's a million. Why are you Greek Orthodox? What is it about Orthodox that speaks to you, you know, and that you oh, you know, I was christened, you know, when I was a kid and my family's Greek Orthodox, so it's just easier. I just went quiet, man. I'm like,
Blank.
so you've picked your religion out of convenience? Well, no, well, okay.
Yep, you have.
You know what? Okay, I'm not having this conversation anymore. And furthermore, I don't ever want to talk to you about religion ever again.
Nice. Combo over, bitch.
Convo over.
Yep.
Is it a coincidence that the author of Conversations with God, Neil Donald Welch, looks like Father Christmas?
Literally, Eddie's Father Christmas.
That guy looks, dude, that's the first time I've seen that photo. That guy looks like a fucking leader of a cult, man.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Bad.
Just picture him with the robes. Seriously.
Dude, I'm going to try and find an
He looks like a science fiction writer.
I'm actually going to try and find an incriminating picture.
Yeah. And you know what, man? I'll tell you what. This girl, I heard along the grapevine, she converted to, she became a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, it's her! Ah, okay. I just clicked.
Yeah,
I see.
And I said, you know what? Like, I didn't judge her on that. I said, you know what? Good for you, man.
She found her
Yeah,
reason.
I said,
like
I
her-
don't know what her reasoning was because I haven't spoken to her about it. I haven't spoken to her since, you know. But I said, yeah, good for her, man. She went outside the box. I don't know. I'm not going to say I did it. Like, I pushed her to think outside the box and do something different.
It was
But-
you. It was you.
No, I don't think it was.
Don't
'Cause
sell yourself short.
that conversion, I think, happened a long time after we'd stopped talking.
Stop being so modest. It was you.
Can I just say, how good can Conversations with God be for $19.35? Wouldn't it be worth more than that?
Get it down to Big W.
Booktopia.com.au.
Borders fire sale, $3. Take him.
How good could the conversation be? And he's got a few books in the series too.
What kind of drugs was this guy taking? Was it like ayahuasca,
Could be
DMT?
just it could just be his own, like, it doesn't mean he's delusional, but it just...
It's amazing how all these like guys that have spoken to God, they're all like nobodies before.
Yeah.
They're nobodies. God picked these random vagrants, you know, in a fucking parking lot at a bowling alley somewhere. He just said, you know,
Roller skating rink.
my son. Yeah.
This guy's got his own wiki. That's pretty cool.
Fuck him.
He's 73. He's from Milwaukee.
Dude, how many copies of that book would he have sold? We're retired off
He's
that.
Ukrainian-American.
Yeah, good for him. Fuck him.
Korea criticism. Here we go. He's been accused of plagiarism.
So he stole someone else's conversations with God. Okay.
This one during the Christmas season, when he published an item titled Upside Down on the Right Side.
Okay, let me tell you something, man. You want to talk about plagiarism? Every pastor, every fucking TV evangelist always claim to have conversations with God every fucking day.
Yeah, yep.
2 words.
God spoke to me, and he said, "Get down from that mountaintop." Yeah, dude, that's every conversation.
Dude, Benny Hinn.
Benny Hinn again with
I
Benny
hate that
Hinn.
guy, man. I'm sorry. I can't stomach that guy. I cannot stomach that guy. Who is he, right? People come up on stage and he touches them on their head and they collapse and they miraculously...
Start convulsing.
Yeah, and they start like, oh, they're healed, apparently. This guy's wearing like a $200,000 Rolex watch. Dude,
Yeah,
if you were one with God, you would not be that person. Like, you know what I mean? Like jewelry and Rolls Royces and cheating on your missus. And
Yeah, there was one of them, one of the evangelists, he has like 2 private jets and a fucking stately
Oh,
mansion
dude,
home.
they've got
like,
money, man.
like fucking loaded.
They've got money. They're prepared. Like, they're not going out cheap. I'm
I love
telling
it.
you.
Just wait. Give me your money and you'll be one step closer to God.
Yeah, man.
I trip out. Sometimes when I'm stoned late at night watching those, I am just.
You know what's really weird, man?
tripping the
I
fuck
actually
out.
I said it to Nick. I don't know if I'd said it to you. I can't remember who we had this conversation with. I was thinking of tats to get, right? This was ages ago.
You're gonna get a Benny hint at.
No. No. I always, from the time when I was a kid, man, and we'd get taken to church, through Greek school or be there for a wedding or whatever, I'd be standing at the front somewhere, with my mum, and my mum would always help me locate, Saint Demetrios, Jose Demetrios, right? He's a patron saint of Up Salonika, up his way. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'd always find him, and he's always situated in an Orthodox church. He's always in the front to the right near Gabriel and near I think Saint Michael. He's always in the same location, and he's fighting he's spearing a German, like a soldier. Yeah. Oh, not a German, just a soldier. He's spearing a soldier.
Yeah.
There's a link between Greece's No Day, which was the start of our defence in World War II, and the feast day. There's 2-3 days apart. That's why I said German.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd always find him right away. That was the first point of go-to. My second go-to was always this one dude that was by the doorway, and he looked ragged. He looked like he was just raggedy. He'd have
Disheveled.
Yeah, disheveled. He looked like he'd have a raggedy beard. He looked tatted, ratted up and shit. And I finally looked it up, and he represents John the Baptist. Yeah. And I was watching a doco on Christ, this is ages ago, and they talked about John the Baptist in depth. And the more I watched the doco, the more I was fixated. I'm not religious, but I was just fixated on it. I've been fixated on that icon since I was a kid. It's the one that would just fucking stare me down in a church and shit.
Yep.
Looked up John the Baptist, and he was the rebel that sort of turned the tide on what was going on, and he was question everything. A change is coming, don't go. He was the one that started. Christ sought him out to be baptized by him. That's why he's called John the Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
He started the movement, man. He started the fucking movement.
He's a bad boy.
Oh man.
Yeah, if you see, he's always just sitting there, and he just looks ragged as fuck, man. But he looks completely at peace, but at the same time, wild.
He's revered as a major religious figure in Christianity, Islam,
Yeah,
and Baha'i faith.
yeah, Baha'i. Yeah, he's a big figure. He's always been a big figure. And man, I always said, you know what? I would fucking love a tat of John the Baptist, not because of the religious sense, but just because of everything that he stood for. Yeah,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really strange now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that was something that I actually really wanted. I was looking at.
That's cool.
It's got nothing to do with, it's what you find.
Yeah,
It's what you find in whatever.
Yeah. Nah, it's pretty cool, man.
And that's why these fucking televangelists, man, the conversations with God and shit like that, what the fuck are you on about? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a religious background, but I won't get into it now.
Why?
I'll save it for next week.
No, give us
what?
give us a taste.
No, I've got to leave soon.
Yeah, give us a taste.
No, I don't want to.
Nah, come on, man. You got 10 minutes. Let's hear
I
it.
can't.
No,
I
you
won't
can.
let you leave.
It's a big step for me, and I'm not.
No, fuck off. We've got 10 minutes. Let's start it.
Just start it.
No.
Just start it.
No. Don't make me edit out the last,
Please.
No.
I just said that then because we have to sort of wrap up in a minute.
We will.
Back. But
okay, so
I'll enlighten you boys next.
You've had a religious upbringing, or it's
yes.
Okay, so it's come into the religious
Which I haven't
upbringing.
shared. Which pretty much I haven't shared with anybody.
Okay.
All right, I've got, you know what? I've got
I'm
to
going to
say,
share it with everybody.
dude, I have to say one thing, as in this is going off topic, right? I finally have something to plug of Mimi's performances, man. Every week we say we're going to plug something.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to all the support, especially the last couple of weeks, man, because a lot of guys like Stelio, man. Stelio's been fucking sharing our shit non-stop.
Yeah.
All the guys that have fucking got behind us and shared all our stuff and supported.
Side, Mossy shared it and stuff and all that.
I fucking pushed me can you give me something that you've actually appearing in that we can actually plug
I've been hanging here, Mimi.
in advance, because we're always yeah, man, fuck, she's performing tonight. I gotta say, man, she's come from in the last 9 months, she's getting gigs every week. She performed last night. She's getting gigs every week at the Comics Lounge, man. The mecca of comedy in Melbourne. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, and every week, man, every week she's there. But I can plug all this shit, man. She's got all this stuff coming up in the next couple months.
Go ahead.
You got Monday, 26th of September, Tago Mago in 744 High Street, Thornbury. It's 7 p.m. Wednesday, 5th of October, 7:30 at Station 59 on Church Street in Richmond. Thursday, 6th of October, 7:30 Red Door Comedy, Beeves Bar, Little Mallup Street in Geelong. That's out there. And What else? And then, she's in the Very Waggy Christmas at the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah. With
That's
Captain
awesome.
Yaris, Gabe Rossi, John Katz, Izzy Ali. That's in, at the Comics Lounge, obviously, on the 18th to the 23rd. She's doing like that whole thing. Mm-hmm. And there's also, hang on, Monday, November 21st, Funny at the Brunny at the Brunswick Hotel, 8 p.m. That's the 140 Sydney Road. The Funny at the Brunny, it's like an anniversary show, so there's like bigger stuff, so it's not just open mic shit and local comedians, but that's going to be, pretty big. So finally we get to plug something of hers in advance, man. She's been a big support to everything we've done. So that's really good.
What I want to do is actually go to one of her shows.
Yeah,
and
man.
we'll actually interview her after the show.
That'd be good. We do,
And we'll,
we
that'd
need
be cool.
we need to fucking do a podcast from like one of these things, man. Like
I want to go taste some buttery fish. Johnny, I'm not even joking. You've burnt it into my mind.
Dude, it won't regret. It won't
Disappoint.
It won't
look
disappoint.
how like
disappoint.
subdued he is now after just mentioning this religious thing.
Dude.
he's gonna be burning him for a week. You need to write.
I might back out of this and not say it.
No.
You said it now, but it gives you a week to think about it now, to say what you're
Gives me
going
a
to
week to relocate overseas and never come back. All right.
say. Were you a cult leader?
There's got to be more to the story, the Johnny Wright story. Seriously, man.
You're going to do a Channel 7 midday special movie for you? Like, on a Saturday, you know.
Hang on, there was something I had to mention. Something about, hang on. I gotta look through, I didn't get to write my notes down this morning, man. I just got up, brushed the teeth and left. It was, this is what I was gonna say to you. Remember how we'll wrap it up on this, right? Because I know this guy's gotta go. Salim. Right?
Yeah.
You know how I was saying how all the distractions and they're making like, they're just blurring reality TV with like actual news and all that sort of shit? Mm-hmm. I was looking for news, like actual news.
About it already.
Dude, this is an actual thing. Former Auburn Deputy Mayor Salim Mehajek can now contact and approach like his wife or whatever it is, like whoever she is, yeah? And I was just looking into it. It's like, there was like an AVO applied, from his brother-in-law, prevented him from going near his house, all this sort of shit, yeah? Now you can actually, the AVO has been changed. Like the conditions of the ex-mayor of someone who they've just talked about who he's banging and all that. Yep. Do you know what this was in? Under like, because I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't click into reality TV or like social gossip or whatever. Where is this? It's at news.com.au.
News.com.au.
Right?
Boom.
Under national, and its sub thing is New South Wales and ACT courts and law.
Oh my god.
Salim's AVO conditions have changed. Wow.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit concerned now. He's going to be going near his ex-wife.
I'm worried how that's going to turn out. Are they ready to do that yet? I don't think they're ready for that yet.
And
The poor wife.
I swear to God, I started cross-referencing all the shit I was reading about. I'm like, where the fuck? I'm not under entertainment. What am I looking at? And it was all under shit like that, man. Sports. It'd be about some sports star banging someone. Fucking, it was all about who was banging who.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
Government, local politics, so-and-so's ex-wife just bought a new house. What the fuck are you talking about?
I want to start a newspaper. The Daily Gazette.
Bringing you real stories.
No, just nothing.
The Gazette.
Advertising. That's it. Just sell advertising to the paper. Anyway, we'll wrap it on that note. This guy has to go. I'm taking this home, yeah?
You are taking that delicious Apple iMac home. Yes, you are.
I'm going to fucking throw it out the car, man, while I'm driving.
He's driving.
This puppy's served us well, dude.
This is served. No, you know why? This is a relatively short podcast compared to other weeks. Why are you fingering the camera?
Watch him delete everything.
Stop! Yeah! Stop!
Shuts everything
I'm
down.
actually uncomfortable now because I have to take this into my house. And
it's been stained now. It's been tainted.
Where it's been.
I've got to say, I've dropped this laptop so many fucking times, and it is a battler.
That's why it's died on us, the last two podcasts we've done.
Is that during
When you
your
forget to hit play?
meditation?
I didn't forget to hit play. Fuck off. It didn't work.
Oh, this has been front and centre of a lot of my meditation with the nice music.
Front and
I didn't
centre.
even think about that, man. The fact that this guy...
And you've been touching. I've never touched that.
I have jerked
Your
off.
hands are in your pockets. Yeah, man. He's just far away from the laptop.
100% I've jerked off with this sitting on my lap.
Oh, what?
Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm being 100% honest, I've jerked off with this on my lap.
Oh, I can't touch this thing anymore.
I didn't blow onto it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I can't.
It's gone.
I'm going to fish out some
We got
Windex.
gloves.
Windex, some riggers gloves. I'm going to wrap it
Solvent.
in 2 plastic bags and put it in my car in the boot. It doesn't ride shotgun
Under the
anymore.
tyre.
That's disgusting. I never even thought about that.
I got sweet semen.
To be fair, I'll tell you what, to be fair, think about every time you go out to get a coffee or lunch or dinner or whatever, and you get in and out of your car, you hold on to handrails.
Oh, yeah.
You open doors,
Yeah.
you sit at seats. Think about every motherfucker that sat down before you.
Like, there was that big thing, like the handrails on the escalators at the shopping
Yeah,
centre.
like the most filthy thing in the world. Yeah.
Because imagine how many people go to the toilet in those shopping centres and
don't
straight
wash your hands.
hands straight on that thing.
Yeah.
And no.
Yucky. So that laptop is pristinely clean compared to that shit. Don't be scared.
Yeah, I'm able to pry it open every day with like a fucking crowbar.
His finger gets pregnant from typing. Like, what the hell?
STDs on my hands.
Oh, come on.
No. We're
Clean.
going to.
No, all good.
All right, this guy's to go. Call it.
Juke leverage out.